It's a sunny September day on Plymouth Hoe, and celebrations to mark the Battle of Britain anniversary are taking off. Against this colourful backdrop, a group of stalwarts are marking another turning point in British history. It's the annual Punx Picnic. The event is organised by local punk Chris Wilshire. Leading light in the cabaret punk band, the Bus Station Loonies.
This weekend is the 4th annual Plymouth Punx Picnic. It's like a weekend sort of punk festival, really, for both local and visiting people alike. And this place that we're in at the moment is pretty much my home, as it is for a lot of people who come in here as well. It's like a real sanctuary type place. It's nowhere in, and it's sort of acting at the moment as a place for people to meet up who might be going on to the gig later on, and also somewhere for me to sort of forget what I've got to do later on, and try not to panic too much about various bands who might not turn up this evening.
What really gets on my wiki is those who can't hold drink. They stop you playing solos, but they don't stop to think. Girls like the fruit, but really deserve a wedge. It's enough to make old soaks like me.
Plymouth Punx Picnic is one of many across the UK. It's a thriving underground scene that attracts new recruits and veterans.
It's not about drinks, it's not about drugs, and it's not even about a particular type of music. It's just about people having fun.
In the 70s, punk music was the main music. That was, you had disco and none of that, but you had punk acts. They were in the national papers, they were in the music papers all the time. That was the thing. If you made it as a punk artist, you were well known. You were on television, you sold albums and everything. It's more of an underground thing now, but it's just as exciting. In a way, it's a little bit more exciting.
Yeah, I first got into punk when I was 12 years old, and it was the music originally, because at the time it was like, you know, the early 80s, and there was nothing really that I felt that was offered to me in the charts. I couldn't relate to anything. I didn't enjoy the music. When I discovered punk, I didn't have any older brothers or sisters or anybody like that was into punk in the first place. I just sort of stumbled across it quite by accident, and I loved the energy, I loved the whole sort of feel of it. And for one reason or another, I've never got sick of it since. You know, I mean, I don't know whether that's a good or bad thing, or it's quite sort of pathetic or not, but I love it more than ever, I think. Here we are in the nowhere toilet, the intimate little corner. As you can see, people are sort of adding their own little bits of graffiti. People sort of adding parts to it all the time. There's various sort of references to the Loonies. This bit here, I added the bit about Wild Johnny just really to get up his nose, I think, at the time. Somebody has actually written a quote from one of our songs where they've actually written, have you any idea who we are? But I've yet to find out who actually did that. I've got no idea. No one's admitting to it, because it would mean they'll actually admit to knowing some of the words to our songs, I think.
Have you have you any idea who we are?
Whoever did that's got very neat handwriting anyway.
Have you any idea who we are?
Hello, I'm Wild Johnny.
Hi, I'm Sean O'Porno, Bus Station Loonies, Axe God.
No, I'm Tony Hopkins. I'm the one that sits in a stall and goes, ah, ah, ah. That's about it, really. It's all I do. Why are you going cross-eyed?
You can't get more punk than Tony the drummer. He's got to be the most punk member of the band by far, I think. He's been into it the longest anyway. And Tony's punk